Yeah, hello everybody, and welcome back to Balake Farms. So, you join me in Hutan Pantai, and we've set ourselves a new challenge. Can we, from £0 and just our lovely truck, make a working, successful farm within 2 years? From borrowing all the equipment to buying land, borrowing money. Will it work? Will it not work? Let's find out. So, this is going to be not going to be an extended long series, but it is going to be more of a can we do it in 2 years with using our smarts to make things work. So, we have got a beautiful defender. We are also running realistic mods on this as well. So, I think the first thing we need to do, we need to go get some land because we've got nothing. Now, we need to target land starting out from nothing that's basically ready to harvest, and there's not too much available. So we've got a couple of fields, but let's find out what's in them all. Where's our crop types? That's growth. Do we not have crop types? Oh, okay, crop types. So, yeah, so we've got growth. So what we got? I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's grass. No good to us. What we got up here? So that has got a crop in it. That's a wheat crop right next to where we are. What else we got? Number 3. That's canola. That would be quite a good one. There's another canola up there. Wheat. Where was the other one? 15, which is grass. So we're not interested in grass. Not a good way to start. So we need to plan this out very smartly. So if we're going to make a successful farm, and at the end of the 2 years, I don't want to be still owing any money. I want everything paid off. I want to start from scratch, basically get a farm going, run it, and get it, in 2 years, it needs to be making money and not still costing us on leasing equipment, HP, all that stuff. So that's the plan anyway. So I'm going to see if we can do it. So we need to, I think, first of all, borrow some money. So we need to find out what fields we want. So we've got 340. So that's 279,000. Obviously, we've got to bear in mind, we've got to rent, borrow a combine. We've got to buy ourselves a yard. We've got to get set up. So we've got to think about all of this while we're doing it. Oh, we have got some growth down the bottom here as well. What have we got here? It's got a field of oats. We could get harvested. And a couple of fields of rice. That's 400,000, 80,000, and 43,000. So we need to borrow a good chunk of money from the bank. I think we're going to have to start off and we're going to borrow £100,000. Not 100,000, 500,000. I meant to say. I think we're going to need £500,000 to start off. So, as you can see, our expenses is going through the roof. Not a good start, but needs must. So let's keep going. And we are nearly there. 500,000. That's the maximum we're allowed to borrow anyway. So we've got to be wise. We've got to be wise. So I'm quite liking the idea. They're quite cheap. Let's get some rice. We haven't done it on the channel yet, so we'll find out how we harvest that. Because to be fair, I've never really done rice. Now we can't afford that oat field, but to be fair, it comes with a lot of dead land, which is really annoying because the field is only 1.24 hectares, but you get 6 hectares because it comes with all that forestry land, and we're just not interested in that. So that's good. So obviously we have got the house apparently because it's just there. And we do own the grass seedlings thing, but bar that, we own nothing. So the next field is, I think we want either one of these canola fields. I think the wheat would be good, but it's not the best yielding. So what have we got? How much is that one? Now that one is worth buying. So now it leaves us with 93,000. But not to worry. So let's go have a look. Let's go see what condition our canola is in. We've bought. We've got this beautiful defender to take us there. She's all tricked out with the latest mod cons, you know, the beacons. So where is our field? Where is our field? So we're here, around there, up there. So it's quite a distance, but not to worry, not to worry. We might end up selling it again, moving closer to the yard, but because it's the first day, and we've got £500,000 loan now, I kind of feel like we need to just get something straight in the bank. We need to be making some money. So we've bought the rice fields, and we'll figure out how to do them, because like I said, can't remember ever doing the rice, so I don't know if you can use a normal combine. I think you can on some, or I think you can on both, is it? But you can't plant it with a normal drill. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. Right, so let's head up here. So this is our canola field. Now, like I say, it is a ways away. It doesn't look too bad, does it? Oh, telling me steering wheel while stationary. Naughty, naughty. So it's ready to harvest. No soil data. Should we buy it? Just find out what we're dealing with. So let's do this one. Deep. Has that purchased it? I don't know if it has. What about this one? Purchase this one. Might take a bit of time. Might take a bit of time. But anyway, we've got the data. It's coming. So we need to get a combine. We need to get ourselves a combine. And we also need to go have a look at rice. Should we have a look at the rice before we get a combine? And say I haven't done rice in... Oh, where did we come from? We come from this way, don't we? Yeah, I don't think I've ever done rice, so I'm a bit new to it. Unless our combine does it for us. But I think there's a special category. We'll have a look in a minute. But, oh, this thing's a bit... Oh, this is wild. Yeah, there is a category, I think, for a special rice harvester. Let's just have a check. I'm sure there is. Sure there is. Where are we? So it'd be down here, I'd have thought. Yes, rice harvester. So we need to know if it's that rice or the other combinable rice, which is... Yes, if it's dark, we need a special one. If it's light, we can get away with a normal one. I don't know how we find that out. So let's head over to that farmyard, well, that farm area, and let's go have a look. Maybe it'll tell us, maybe it won't, and then we can get going from there. So we've got £91,000. Like I said, we might end up selling that big field, harvest it, sell it, get some fields closer together. We can also do contracts, but to get a successful farm going, I think what we need to do is get land and get ourselves drilling and looking after our own crops as such. I think it's going to help us in the long run. So we've got 2 years. We're in year 1 now, so it'll be year 3 August. We'll tally up, and hopefully by that time we have no more loans. Don't want any loans. Don't want anything on hire purchase. It's got to be a clean bill of health if we're going to say we've done it successfully. I think we're through here, up here, but that's why we're starting out with a truck. This is our the only vehicle we start with. We now got to make the decision: do we hire purchase a combine straight away, or do we release one for this harvest and then come back when we've got a bit of money and then start? But then again, is there any point of owning it? That's the question. That's the biggest question. So, how do you tell what rice is what? It just says crop type rice. Now I'm guessing with the saplings thing being here that it's going to be the special harvester. So, first things first, let's do the rice. Granola we know all about. I think we're going to lease it. It's under 100 grand, so that's good. Now, does it have a tank? It does, 2,000 litres. Beautiful. So she's fairly slow. Very slow. We'll just turn that up a little bit. Don't want to buy it anyway. We're going to lease it. It's £4,800, and I bet it is slow on the road. 7 miles an hour. Yeah. Good fun. The other thing we're going to need is we're going to need a grain trailer. Now, we haven't got a tractor. And this is where things start getting interesting, because we put too much on a hire purchase too early, we're going to cripple ourselves with monthly fees and never be able to get out. But at the same time, we need good starting equipment to get ourselves going, really, because we need to drill these fields afterwards. So we could go for something. So what we've got, 238 horsepower, 190 plus a bit of tinkering. Is there anything better for us? $212. Now, always drawn to this because it's good value for money. Now, I don't like these at all, but they are good value for money. £131,000. If we put that on a hire purchase, let's just put a 2-year deal. Let's put 10% down. Monthly cost is £5,000, but I think we've got to do it. That is our tractor all bought. So we also need a grain trailer. So this is, yeah, it's getting expensive very quickly. So I don't think we're going to need an overly big one to start. Do we just get a little Bailey's trailer for now? Just a tiny little deeper than 10,000 litres. I mean, or do we just get one of these ones? It's a bit more money, but I suppose it would do us for quite a while. Yeah, I don't think we need to do anything to that. Now the question is, do we buy or hire purchase for a year? 2,000. Ooh. If we put £9,000 down, get it down. So our highest purchase costs are going to be through the roof to start with. But we knew this. Now, I was going to be naughty and get a low loader to bring that rice thing back. But I just don't think we've got the budget for it. Don't think we've got the budget. So there's our harvester. And I think what we're going to have to do is drive this back to the field first. Hopefully it's the right thing and I haven't just wasted loads of money. But yeah, let's put it on cruise control and let's head to the yard with this first, and then let's see if we can get those rice harvested. Right, so we made it over to the field. It took an absolute age, but it does look like we have got the right harvester. Now, the moisture's pretty high. We haven't actually got a sampler. We should probably buy one. Where will it be? Where will it be? This one. So let's buy that, 500 quid. Not that we've got the money for it, really. But yeah, let's see. So I don't know what the range is of it. It's 14 point thing. Now I can't remember what the control is to pull up into the menu, but hey ho. So we're going to get started. We're going to, like I say, we're going to do the rice first. We're going to do the rice first, and then we're going to move on to the canola. I think we'll be selling both immediately. Don't think we want to be holding on to it because we kind of need every penny possible at the moment. So let's just have a look at what brown rice is fetching right now. Let's look, price. This rice here. Well, it's not actually that bad. I mean, we've just passed the best month, but I'm not going to argue with that, you know. We'll probably get it sold straight away and try and make a bit of money back for the farm right away. So I'm going to get cracked on with this beautiful harvester. Not used one of these before, I don't think. And let's get it harvested, see what the yield is like. Personally, I don't think it's going to be great, just because looking at it now, and we've only got 200 litres. I don't know what its yields are like normally. I reckon it's about 80%. I suppose it's not too bad. It's like the field we've inherited. I wouldn't have thought it was fertilised or looked after properly. You know what it's like when you start off. So I don't think we'll sell these fields either. I think this is where we're going to try and base our whole operations up. I know it is. I think it is the original place you start, but I think quite a nice little area. Well, to be honest, I say we might base our whole operation up here, but it all depends where the fields are cheap and where we can make money and how we're going to make money. And we've got to be smart about it. We've got to be smart about it. So obviously, we've just took on probably over 100 grand worth. We've got £500,000 straight off the bat of debt, and then we've took on probably another £150,000 of hire purchase debt. So we're now in the hole for £650,000. And to try and make that back in 2 years, it's going to be a tall order. It's going to be a very tall order. So we're going to have to get creative. Now, we've got a couple of ideas, and I'll share them with you as we get going. There's different things that can make money, and yeah, we're going to try them. We're going to try what we can and see what we can make. See if we can make it work, see if we can do it. And we're literally, like I say, we've started from nothing. I think we've inherited the house. I didn't realise. But we've inherited the house, so that is part of us. I don't know if we'll keep the rice thing either. I think that's come with this field. I think we could put it to better use and grow normal. I think it's long rice you grow. This is the short rice. We don't need, we could just use our normal machines for that then, which would probably make sense, I think. But it'd be quite nice to replant this. I mean, it's worth a lot of money if you see. It just means another machine which we'd have to rent, but we only need to rent it during planting season, which is it's not until April, so it could be an idea. We might be a lot richer by then. Who knows? Right, let me get cracked on and let's get this field done. Right, so there we go. We are all done with the rice, so not too shabby. So what we're going to do is get this off-hired. We don't want to pay any more charges than we have to, so here we go. Let's get that returned. Oh, we're going to get a washing fee of £289. But we are going to get a deposit returned. So that is excellent. So next thing is we need to now run rice down to a sell point. So let's have a look. 288, 287. Oh, 43. Let's go to this oil mills. Where is that? Where is the oil mill? So in town. So we sort of back up the road and around. Or we go down here and through there. Not too bad. Right, let's go get this sold to the oil mill and find out how much we've made on our rice. And say we're going to keep these fields. These fields are pretty decent. I think we can get a lot more out of it if we look after the fields, you know, fertilise them, lime spread them. I think we can really make them work. I would have really liked to have got this oat field here, but for some reason you buy so much dead land buying that it's, yeah, it's just not worth it. You're paying a lot of money for land that, well, I suppose it's got the trees on it, so it might be something we consider just for the other bits of land it's got on it. But I don't know yet. I don't know. It might help in the long run, actually. We'll have to have a nosy around with the Defender once we've done the canola harvest and see if it could make us money while we're waiting for crops to grow. Because obviously, with only 2 years, we've got next year's crops and the year after crops, and then we're done. So, we don't want to be focusing all our time and money into that. We need to be coming up with different streams of income. So that's why it's got me thinking, if there's land there to be had, what's on that land? Can we make money off it? And will it help us out? So it looks like we're going into town. Nice big ship there. Don't exactly know where we're going, but we'll find out. We'll find out. We're not far away now. Got 6,454 litres on board. So not a great deal. It hasn't yielded, I don't know if it has yielded a good or not, but there's not much here. So let's find out what we can make off the rice out of the field. Oh, it's looking good. It's £28,000, but we did get a £36 drying charge, and that's because it's just that slightly bit wet. So we now need to head quite a distance. So it's sort of round down. I'm going to tag the field because tag place. But yeah, we sort of got to go out of here, round here, round. Yeah, so it's a bit of a drive, but we'll head up there now. And then we need to pick ourselves a combine out. Now we don't want to be too silly. We could go and get something massive, make our lives quick, but obviously massive is going to cost us money. Money that we don't particularly have right now. Oh, and typical, we've had a blowout in the middle of town. Limp to the side. It's our new tractor as well. It's done 0.2 of an hour. Look at that. We'll park outside the fire department. Sure, we'll get a ticket. So let's get this repaired. Up we go. Whee! Take the wheel off. Same old story. Drop it down here. Get it repaired. Hopefully we don't have too many of these. It's a bit time consuming. We've got money to be made. Put the wheel back on. Torque it back. Well, to be fair, it's New Holland, so you don't need to torque it. It'll probably fall off anyway. Right, let's head over to the canola field and let's find a combine that's suitable for our needs. We can save. We don't want to spend too much, but we also don't want it to take forever. So I'll see if I can find my way out of here, and I'll see you there. Right. So we've got the canola in. It didn't yield very well. It's a pretty bad field, to be fair. Must be a bad soil type. I never really did pay much attention. I just see it was big, so I bought it. So we've got a first load here. We are going to be selling it direct because we do need the money to start pushing on with our other adventures. So let's have a look. It's not the worst. Not the worst. What we got? All pretty far away, to be honest. But it looks like we'll be going there. Which is pretty much where I believe we was near with the oil mill. So fairly long trek. The rain is on its way as well, so trying to get it all sold before then. There's a bit more in the combine, but hopefully we can get over there, get back before it gets too wet, and we get more drying charges. It's a shame we didn't quite get it in. Tiny bit left in there. I think it's negotiable. I think it's like 4,000 or 5,000 litres, so it's not massive, but we don't want to be paying any drying charges if we can help it. So we'll fire on down to the sell point, and then we'll come back and get that last bit. So we're just getting to the sell point. It's just starting to rain, so let's get it sold before we get hit with any drying charges. So I'm hoping it's going to make us over £15,000, and it's got to, because that's what it's cost us to rent the equipment. That's the harvester, trailer and header. So we've got £53,000, but we have got minus 1,200 quid environmental and £1,000 drying charge. So at 51,000, so that's good. That's covered our equipment hire. So now we need to head back over there quickly, pick up what's left in the trailer, get that sold, and then we can off hire the combine, which we'll probably off hire as soon as we've emptied it, get that field sold, and then we'll put that money towards the area we're working in, just so you haven't got so much driving to do, because it's pretty far away actually. Having to come back and forth up here. We've already nearly put an hour on this tractor, and like I say, we're hire purchasing it, so we don't want to knacker it, because we can't afford a new one really. It's going to be like in 2 years, it'll probably be our main tractor, our only tractor. We might get, oh, I've gone the wrong way there. We might get a small tractor for a worker to do contracts with, to make some money in the background for us. Nothing too serious. It won't be doing massive jobs, but it's probably just another way that we can help. We can hire someone to just help out on the farm, do a few of the jobs for us, and then we can concentrate on our, our profitable things. Well, that's the plan anyway. Right, so I think we're back on the right way. The map's quite new to me. I did play it. I don't think I played it very much, so just got to get my bearings right again. I don't actually know where we are. I think we're just at the top end of where we come in, so pretty sure we just keep on blasting down here and we'll eventually find our field again. I don't know. Right, I'll see you back over there. So we've turned to the yard. Now, we're just going to have a look to see what we actually own. So that's the house. I don't know. Right, so yeah, field 30 gave us the glass house area. 31s give us this area. We've got used to this bit here, I think. I don't know. I know, field 27. So it's a good soil type, so I think we should buy that. So that's 108,000. That now opens up the mushroom glass house as well, so that's good. That's a bit of income. Beehives, even better. I don't know what that field's got in it. Has it got anything in it? No, but that's all right. So now we've got a bit of land to our name. So we do need a bit more land, I think. See, now that would be nice. It doesn't leave us with a lot of money, though. That's the only problem. Because we need to start making some money. So it does give us a bit of forest area. So let's just go over there. Now, see, it's a bit of a raised forest area. So that could be a bit of a nightmare. But these trees could make us a bit of money. There's quite a lot in here. Oh, there's a tree house as well. So yeah, it could be an idea. We ain't got a lot of money, so we have just bought ourselves a mushroom grow. What I think we should do is I think we should plumb these all into the mains just to keep us going. So we're going to get it going now because obviously we want the money straight away. Now I can't remember where the plumb it into the mains is. Or even if we've got it installed. Could be a helpful hint. If not, we're going to have to get ourselves a Bowser. Doesn't look like we've got it installed. So we either got to install it so we can, or... Yeah, because I don't think it's in there. It's not in factories. It won't be in glass houses. No, so we do need a water Bowser. So we could get one that goes behind our pickup truck just to get these going. So look at Bowsers. We could spend £17,000. Get this one. I think we get that owned. We don't want too much. We've got to make it work within 2 years. So the goal is to probably get this going, get this going. Now we've got a bit of buildings on our land now, and we've got a bit of room to start making our own production. So that's obviously the house. What's that? Farm barn. We'll have to have a look, see what that does. What's this one? Yeah, we'll get rid of the metal shed. We don't need them, and that clears us a bit of space to do something we do want. Farm barn. Yeah, I don't think we need that. I don't think we need... Alright, well, let's get rid of that one. That was a stay. Don't know. There. So yeah, it frees up us a bit of room. So I don't know if we own that silo. Don't know if that's in our... No, I don't think it is. So I don't know how you own that, but anyway, we've cleared up a bit of space. Farm barn, I think, is just literally a barn, but we can't get rid of this one. Not the end of the world. It'd be nice for the extra room. It'd be nice for the extra room, but what we do need to do is jump in the Defender. We need to go pick our Bowser up, because first things first, before we move on out of August, which is getting pretty late, we need to get ourselves set up growing mushrooms, and then we might need a forklift to load them onto a trailer that we don't have. Ooh, yeah, Defender's pretty unruly. Or am I just driving it too fast? Right, let me go pick this Bowser up and let's fill up our glass houses. So we've got everything activated, and we're sort of there. We're there. August is nearly done, and the last job we're going to do before we check off for this evening is we're going to build a goat pasture. Now we're not going to fill it just yet, but this is going to give us some income while waiting for other crops to grow. So we ain't got a lot of fields, but I feel like for a year's time to well, 2 years to make a profitable farm, we need a bit of everything. And we all know that goats are good money. So let's just nip down there and have a look, and then next time we will buy some goats and fill it. We've got other plans. I've got other plans as well to try and make money in the background. We want to keep ourselves busy all year round. We don't particularly want to be just sat doing contract. We want to be doing a host of things. We want to be making money all year round sort of thing. So they're now topped up with water. So how many animals are we going to be able to get into our lovely enclosure? So we can get 68 in here. Do you know what? Should we just buy them while we're here? So how much would it cost? 29,000. You know what? Let's just get them bought. Drop this trailer. And let's go buy a bunch of bales in the back of the Defender. And then we'll be calling it an episode. So let's go pick up some food for them. Get them going overnight. And then we'll call it there. So that is our goats all fed. I've had to put the spare bales in the shed. I would have left them outside, but I realised they are getting wet. As you can see, probably put this one in there as well. We don't want to rot the bales away for leaving them outside, so just, if that over there, chuck it in the back of the shed. And this could be our bale storage, and that trailer on the Defender will be the trailer. We'll be taking everything for sale when it is ready. So it's pretty late in the night, and I think we're going to call it there, guys. So thank you for watching. I hope you're going to enjoy this mini little series I've got going on. It'll be followed by a few more mini series. I want to do a few challenges, so if you guys can recommend anything you'd like to see me do leave it a comment below. And yeah, if you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell, you'll get the notification of the next video on this short Hutan Pantai series. I'll see you there. Bye for now.